Late Show, we have probably the most unique guest that I've ever had the pleasure of interviewing. Please give a warm welcome to the one and only Crazy Craig.
How you doing?
Fantastic. How are you, Craig?
Oh, good to be here.
It is great to have you here. Now, I know these people, everyone asks you questions like this all the time, but how long have you been performing for?
Well, ever since I was about 15 years old.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And what kind of started it?
Well, when I was in 4th grade, I bought a pair of devil sticks at a Renaissance fair in Michigan, and then I moved to a whole nother state, to Wisconsin after Michigan, and I didn't know anyone, so I was just pretty much practicing juggling and a lot, because I didn't have any friends at the time, so just kept on practicing, and I got a little bit better. And then when I got into high school, I worked at an amusement park, not only costume characters, but I did some juggling there, and I just got so much better with the practice in front of real people that I started performing shows throughout high school, college, and beyond.
Okay. So was it at the music part that kind of like inspired everything, or like what kind of like sparked the interest with it all to perform and do your own?
Yeah, I mean, before the amusement park, I thought I was going to be an architect of something because I loved playing with Legos. But ever since performing at the amusement park, I'm like, wow, you could really make money and make people happy all at the same time. So I just performed, all throughout the summer for 3 years at the park and learned juggling, unicycling, stilts, and magic and balloon twisting, and just got really good at it all. And people started booking me for shows. And then throughout college, different booking agents used to hire me out for different events, and it paid throughout my college career. So it was just a great introduction for me.
That's awesome. Did you have any teachers or mentors, or were you mostly self-taught?
Well, someone could show you how to juggle, but it takes yourself to actually do the work.
Sure.
It's like, someone could show you how to unicycle, but you actually have to be the one to get on it and to try again and again and again until you can actually do it. So I would say most of what I do is self-taught, but there were other people that you look up to and you see how they're doing it, and then it inspires you. Just if they could do it, I could do it.
Okay. Did you have any people that you inspirations? Any people that you followed that you're like, I'm gonna be better than him, or I'm gonna be as good as him, or any particular performer?
There was just a couple other jugglers when I was first starting off that I would just watch them over and over and over, and I'm like, wow, that's just amazing. If they put the time and energy to learn how to do that, I can put the time and energy and learn how to do it myself. And I didn't even know that there's big conventions and week-long festivals of juggling that are available. And the internet, I had no idea about that when I was getting started. People nowadays could go online and find out all these jugglers and all these different techniques, and they could go to the week-long conventions and learn all these different skills. And for the first 7 or 8 years, I had no idea about any of that. So I was just practicing on my own without any guidance from anyone, pretty much. And if I would have used those resources, I probably would have gotten better a lot quicker, faster, attending those things.
Sure. Interesting. Okay. Was there any part of your act that was the most difficult thing to learn or master?
I think everything is pretty much easy. Once you get it, you've got it. It might take, a couple hours to learn different tricks, and then it's just taking years to kind of hone in those skills and perfect them. Like learning balloon animals, for instance. Each balloon might take 20 minutes to learn, and to learn it one time, and then you just practice making that same one over and over and over, and then you have to learn all the balloons. So yeah, I don't think it's really necessarily hard. No one balloon is harder than the other if you've done it enough times. Just same with juggling. Juggling, it's not really harder to do one trick over another trick if you've practiced all the tricks enough times.
On that topic, how many balls can you juggle?
Well, I could do up to 5, and I could do 3 in one hand.
Okay.
So to learn 6, you just do 3 in each hand. So I haven't really practiced 3 in my left hand right now. So I could just do 5 with both hands or 3 in my right hand.
Okay.
Since I'm a performer juggler, it's not so much as like how many things you could juggle. It's about how you interact with the audience, and people don't really honestly care about how many things you could juggle.
So when you go up on stage, what is your goal? Like, what is your overall, is it to be the best juggler? Is it to...
The overall goal is to make the audience have a good time. So it's not about the juggling, it's not about the tricks, it's about getting the people from the audience on the stage and really have a fun time with each other. And if I accomplish that, they're going to remember that event for a long time. And it's really, the show's not about me just showing off. It's about, I'm a human, you can learn this too. It's the trying and trying and trying and trying again. And no matter how many mistakes you do, you just keep practicing. So it's more of a process.
Okay. At least to me, I feel like like one of the things that at least the thing that I know you for is all the chairs that you would stack and then balance on your face, as you put it. Where did that come from? Were you just sitting around the campfire one day, looked around at all the chairs and said, I bet I could balance those on my nose?
Well, I saw someone balance one chair, and then I'm like, well, if you could do one chair, can you do more than one chair? Because one chair is not that much weight. So I kind of played around with it in my backyard, and I found some folding chairs, and I just started assembling them and kind of got them in a certain way. And I was doing 5 chairs for a while, but then I'm like, well, I still could lift more than this. So I just kind of added more and more chairs until it's to a point where it's hurting, but it's not going to kill me. So.
Did at any point your parents look out the window and say, what is Craig doing?
No, they've actually been really supportive of me, which I'm very happy about. And they're like, you can pursue whatever you put your heart to. So I feel very blessed to be able to do this for a living and just have fun, learn new things, and inspire other people that no matter what your passion is, that's what you could do if you really have your whole heart into it. You'll make it if you really want to.
Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. When you're practicing juggling and everything, and then you eventually move from the bowling pins to the knives, do you have any like accidents that come along with juggling knives or anything like that? Is that kind of a thing, or are you kind of past that now?
If you catch the knife wrong, sometimes it could stick right into your hands, like the tip, and I've had that happen. Or you get little nicks here and there, when you're throwing them sideways, or little cuts, and that could be annoying, especially if you have to do balloon twisting right after the show, and you got to get a Band-Aid or something. But for the most part, if you're going to do something that's dangerous, you have to know what you're doing. The more confident you are, the less mistakes you're going to make.
Okay. Here's another question for you, too. How did that sticker taste?
Oh, on the apple?
Yeah.
So part
the
of
whole freaking thing.
Part of Crazy Craig's kind of persona, because there's Craig Wise, and that's me, and then there's Crazy Craig, a totally different persona. He's that's part of he's Crazy Craig, and he's going to eat the whole apple sticker and everything. And
did you at least remove the stem? I couldn't see.
I took the stem off.
Okay.
But, I read on the internet that it's safe to eat. So if you found it on the internet, it must be true.
Got that, kids? Okay. All right. If someone wants to book you for an event, what's the best place to reach you? How do they contact you?
Yes, go to bookcraigwise@gmail.com. Or you can go to my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/crazycraigjuggling. And I prefer people just, if they were going to call me, I'd rather them text me, because oftentimes I'm in the show, or I'm performing, or I'm traveling on the road. And if you call me, I won't have time or a notepad handy to write down the information in the phone call. So if you're going to contact me, either email me, bookcraigwise@gmail.com, or text me to my phone number.
You got it. If you have any questions for Craig, reach out to him at this address, book him at this address, and then we'll kind of hopefully we'll be able to see you around too, and we'll get to catch another show that you do.
All right, thank you, Chris.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks for being part of the show.
Good night, everyone.